Hello guys, I am Abhishek Kumar. Welcome to my channel. So today my topic is generator protection scheme. Here I will show you in actual in plants how the generator protection schemes looks like. So you will see here a SLD of a plant actually. So this SLD of generator transformer, unit auxiliary transformers, switch yards, their protection schemes looks like that. So if you will find any SLD like this in your plant, you need to check like this. You can see here, this is a generator. You start from the generator. This is a 11 kV generator where it is a star connected, and the star connected side is this one. And there are star is connected through NGT neutral grounding transformers, and we have 3 CT used here: CT1, CT2, CT3, and where the course names as this is a SLD. Since this is a SLD, but you consider this is R by B. So each phase having CTs, and the CT name is nomenclature. You will find any kind of nomenclature, but here it is like for R phase it is CT number 16, for biphase CT number 17, B phase CT number 18. So three sets of CT used here for different kind of protection that I will tell you. And this is neutral side CT, and you will see here we have also phase side of CTs 1 2 3 4 5 6. That means R by B, R by B. Two sets of CT used here for protection of the generators. You will see we have another CTs 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, that is being used for different protection metering and all this that I will tell you, that I will explain you here. This is a part of generator system AVR, excitation voltage regulator. In generator we have PMG, we have exciter. I already have a video on PMG and exciter. You can go through that to understand the basics. But in SLD it has shown like this: you have PMG and you have excitation system. Because my motto is to show where the CTPTs are being used for the protection and metering purpose. You will see this is a excitation panel, and it is exciting the uh, exciter winding. And you will see when you go further, this is the phase side of generator. So there is a tapping parallel, there's a parallel connection that has been taken for UAT, unit auxiliary transformer. So generator is generating 11 kV. If generator generates the 11 kV, then it will take a tap from generator directly, and there is a transformer. This is step down transformer 11 by 6.9 kV DYN11 configuration of this transformer. So if generator generates the power, by this transformer we can use the power for our auxiliary supply. Like in power plant we have a lot of auxiliary supply, motors, transformers. So we can use this transformer for auxiliary supply. Further you will go, there is a step up transformer 11 by 132 kV. It step up the voltage from 11 to 132 kV, and it is connected through 132 kV bus, which is coming out from somewhere else. You can say power grid or any kind of grid. It is connected. So our generator system is connected with a 132 kV grid. There is a two bus system, bus A and bus B. There is isolator and bus coupler. So we can charge it from any bus, either one bus one, bus two. So if I have to synchronize this generator with the grid, for that purpose here CT is used. Because if you are generating the power, you need to synchronize it from the switchyard or power grid power source. So you can see here, and there is a not mentioned SAT, station auxiliary transformer. In case our generator fails from switch yards, it takes the tap, and there's another different transformer like this, which is a stationary transformer. In case our generator fails, then auxiliary supply is fed through that SAT. So this is a SLD. Now I will see that uh, all these CTs and PTs are being used for the protection of the generator transformers and metering purpose. This is a PT. This is a phase side PT. 1 PT, PT2, PT3. All these are being used. You can see here there's a bus PT for the protection of different types of. There's a 132 kV side also PT and CT will be there. But we are concentrating only this part: generator, transformer, our generator, and this UAT. So what are the protections are being used? I will show you here. The different nomenclatures are being used. You can see there's 87G, 81.G, 27G, 59G, 46G. Each nomenclature, I will tell you. There are two different relays are used. One is main relay and another one is redundant. So if any protection fails in main relay, then our redundant relay will be used for tripping the circuit breaker for protection of the generator. That's why so many CDs are being used here. So like for the protections, you can see the CT tapping, all the protection of the generator. These CTs are being used. We are using the secondary winding, secondary terminal of the CTs uh, to take the protection. You can see here, this one is for the main relay. This CTs are being used for the protection in a redundant relay. You can see also here these two relays, these two cities are being used for. Actually, these are the two cities, but 1, 2, 3 R by B. R by B cities are used for relay, and we have 64G rotor earth fault protections. The input is also going inside the relay. This is SLD that I'm showing, and what others relays are going, you can see here the PT supply is going into the relay. This PT supply is going into the relay. So whatever the protection you're going to implement, that will be voltage and current based protection. So you need to provide the input current and voltage inside the relay. So see, the current input is being fed from the CTs, and the voltage input is being fed from the PT circuit. That's why PT and CTs are used. So you have seen here that for CT and PT, uh, these inputs are going inside the relay terminals. And what else? The use of PT. The PT is also going for the synchronizing. It is also being used for metering purpose. Like you can see, these PTs are metering purpose. Like these are the uh, transducers that will be used for other signals, 4 to 20 milliamp signals, that is for display in the DCS. You can say there's a local display on the panel. You will see the power factor, kilowatt, MVA, MVR, megawatt. All these will be from the PT and CTs. So these are the meters for metering purpose. These CTs are being used for the metering purpose. All these CTs are being used for protection purpose. And we have another two CTs that is fed into the AVR, automatic voltage regulation, and this PT input is fed into the AVR relay. This is AVR panel. You can say automatic voltage regulator, where he takes the signal of current and voltage to generate excitation voltage for the generator. So this is a surge capacitor lightning arrestor for the protection of a generator from surge or lightning. We have also transformers. You will see here also CT inputs. There is a CT input 1 2, and there is another city input, this one. So these all the cities are being used for the overall differential protection 87 OA protection, which covers the winding of this primary secondary, and it covers all these winding, generator winding. That's why he has that why the city, the neutral city is being taken for the overall differential protection, and this is also covered UAT, that is called overall differential protection. So this is the overall SLD, the basic SLD you can say here. Now we will see ki what are the protections, and how these protections are used, and what the protection types. So I will show you here ki all these different protections are divided into three categories: class A, class B, class 6, class C. I already have video on that, class A, class B, class C, but here I will show you the schemes like how these are working. So you can see this is the class A, 86A, that means class A. This is 86 relay. So different nomenclature: 87O, that means overall differential protections; 87G, generator differential protection; rotor earth fault protection, stage 1 and stage 2. Here you will see the first stage is used for alarm, the second step is used for the tripping purpose, and this will also appear in annunciation. There is a mark. So all these trips, if the transformer, if the generator trips on these fault, like 26 stator frame temperature high, 8070 generator transformer differential protection, generator transformer REF protections, standby earthfall protection, overcurrent protection, generator protection is also there, transformer protection is also there, UAT protection is also there. So if there will be any fault in either generator side, transformer sides, or UAT side, and these protection are categorized like differential protection, restricted earthfall protection. These are the protection that has been taken in class A protection. This is class A, green highlighted marks. If any protection will act, there is a OR get used, or if any protection acts, then it will appear 86A, that means it is 86 class A trip will occur, where what will happen in class A trip: 132 kV generator circuit breaker trip and extraction field breaker trip. If anything happens, your generator circuit breaker will trip, and instantly you also have to trip the excitation field breaker, because as soon as the generator trips, you need to switch off the excitation also. And further it will goes to class B side, and after class A, if class A trip occurs, then class B annunciation will also, class B also trips. Like what happens in class B, you can see class B, there's a turbine trip. So after generator gets trips, then it will also trip the turbine. So that is the scheme. So you have seen here ki what are the protections and what are the nomenclature you will get here. 37G. Now the second class is class B. This is class B protection. In class B, what happens? The turbine trips. So you can see here low forward power protection, loss of excitation protections 40G, loss of excitation protection, under voltage protection 70%. This is the setting value. PT fuels, all these settings: generator negative phase sequence protections, generator under frequency protection df by dt, over frequency protection, generator overcurrent protection with time delay unit, PT phase failure. All these settings comes under class B. If class B happens, you can see there's a OR gate, like there's a logic function used, like loss of excitation. This is AND gate, and there's a loss of excitation protection with under voltage. So different logics is being used to generate a signal to trip the breakers. So this is also going to class A protection. If loss of excitation protection with under voltage happens, it goes into class A. If low forward power, there is a turbine trip. So all this class B protection comes, all these are the protections which comes under class B. So if class B happens, then what happens? It will trip the turbine. So this is the class B protection. Now we have class C protection. what are the protections being taken for the class C? They have divided the protection into three parts: class A, class B, class C. We have seen the class A, class B protections. Now we have class C protection. This is 61B, like dead machine protection, reverse reactive power protections, reverse power protection, generator overflux, pole sleep, backup impedance, generator overcurrent with voltage restraint protection, under voltage protection, over voltage protection, generator overflux protection. So if any protection acts, then we have a OR gate. If any protection acts, it will uh, uh, fall under class C protection. If class C protection acts, what happen? 132 kV generator circuit breaker trip and excitation field breaker trip. So you can see here there's a AND gate used, and there's a time delay is timer is also used. There's a delay of 0.5 second. Suppose I am discussing this one, like if PT fuse healthy signal, there will go, and reverse reactive protection will act. Then if both the signal will be the ball will be high, then there will be a time delay 0.5 second. After a 0.5 second delay, it will generate a bit, and which will act in class C protections. So these are the three protections: class A, class B, class C. All these different type of protections are being classified into uh, three groups, and we have seen already class A, class B, class C protections. So all this nomenclature you have seen here is used, and from where all this getting the signal, that is the CT and PT. And in this philosophy, our turbine is getting tripped, generator is being isolated from the systems, excitation breaker is getting tripped. So in this philosophy, our generator and turbine and generator transformer protection works. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any doubt, you can comment on that, and if you need any specific topics to be discussed, please comment and ask me. Sure, I will try to do that. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you very much.